They tell you the economy is strong. But what if that's not the whole story? What if, right now, while no one's looking, a hidden economic shift is putting your job, your savings, and your family's future on the line? We're about to pull back the curtain on a paradox that could change absolutely everything for you.
You hear it on the news all the time, right? The economy is strong. But what does that even mean for you if your 401k feels like a ticking time bomb? What if all those headlines about record corporate profits are just a smokescreen for the real story, the one where your financial security is quietly slipping away?
Look, to understand what's really going on, you just have to follow the money. And right now, the money is creating this massive split right down the middle of the US economy. It's truly a tale of two different economies, and you need to figure out which side you're on fast. And here's what that split looks like. On one side, you've got this absolute tidal wave of corporate cash flooding into things like AI and automation. But on the other side, it's a bone-dry desert. The investment in American workers has slowed to a crawl. These two forces are literally ripping our economy in opposite directions. And that's where the real danger is. I mean, just look at this number, $350 billion. That's what companies are projected to spend on AI infrastructure in 2025 alone. That's a 75% jump in a single year. This is one of the biggest corporate bets in history. And let's be clear, it's a bet on machines, not on people. So while all those billions pour into tech, what does it get the American worker? Well, just 62,000 new jobs a month. To put that in perspective, that is less than half of what we were seeing just a year ago. The money is flowing, all right? But it's flowing right past your front door. So you have to ask, why are companies making this choice? Well, it's cold, hard math. In a world with high interest rates, hiring you is a financial risk. But a robot never asked for a raise, it never takes a day off, it doesn't need a healthcare plan. For Wall Street, the choice is becoming terrifyingly simple. Invest in predictable machines over, well, unpredictable people. Okay, so this isn't just some abstract economic theory we're talking about. This is about your wallet. This is about your career. It's about your family's security. Let's break down exactly how this massive corporate gamble puts your future at risk. This is how it actually feels in the real world. You notice the job market getting tighter. That raise you were counting on, suddenly it's delayed, maybe indefinitely. And that dream of finding a better paying job, it starts to feel more and more out of reach. Your wages just kind of flatline, but of course your bills keep going up. And this is the feeling that comes with it. That financial cushion you work so incredibly hard to build, that little bit of money for a real emergency for your future, it just gets thinner and thinner and thinner. The security you thought you had, it just starts to fade away, and it's replaced by this constant nagging anxiety. So what do you call this strange, unsettling new reality? This world where corporations are getting richer than ever, but good jobs seem to be disappearing? Well, they have a name for it. They call it the job-light recession. And here's the insidious part. It's a recession that hides in plain sight. On paper, the official numbers, like GDP, make the country look rich. But you feel it every single day, don't you? You feel poorer. You are the one living through the downturn, even when the news is telling you that everything's fine. The warning signs are all there, and they're flashing bright red. Job growth is falling off a cliff. AI investment is exploding into the hundreds of billions, and the whole global AI build-out could hit nearly $3 trillion. But here's the dirty little secret nobody talks about. A lot of this is being paid for with massive amounts of debt. It's creating a house of cards on a scale we have never seen before. So let's just play this out for a second. What happens if this multi-trillion-dollar bet on AI goes bad? What happens if the profits they're hoping for just don't show up? Well, that massive investment becomes a crushing debt. That debt triggers a new wave of mass layoffs. The banks start to panic, they tighten up credit, making it nearly impossible for you to get a loan. And your 401k, which is probably packed with these very same tech stocks, starts to absolutely plummet. And that's the ultimate paradox of this job-light recession. You end up with a nation where the stock market might be hitting new highs, but the average family feels like they're falling farther and further behind. It's a kind of prosperity that just isn't being shared. Okay, understanding the threat is the first step, but the next step is to fight back. This isn't about panicking. This is about being smart. This is about preparing. So here is your survival guide for protecting your family's future in this strange new economy. There are 3 really crucial actions you should be thinking about right now. First, Make yourself as irreplaceable as possible by diversifying your skills. Second, build yourself a financial fortress with a serious emergency fund. And third, cut the dead weight by taking a long, hard look at your debts.
So what does it mean to make yourself irreplaceable? It means you have to lean into the things that make you human. You need to focus on what the machines can't do. Double down on skills that need real creativity, critical thinking, and genuine human connection. Trust me, those are the skills that will always, always be in demand.
Next, you have to build that fortress. Your goal should be a serious buffer against the storm. 6 to 12 months of living expenses saved up and totally untouchable. This is your lifeline. You have to start now. Cut out the non-essentials and just stockpile every dollar you possibly can. This fund is the difference between weathering a crisis and being completely consumed by one.
So at the end of the day, we're left with this one really big question, and it pretty much defines everything. Are we building a richer economy, or are we just building richer machines? Are we using all this incredible technology to create prosperity for everyone, or are we just using it to concentrate wealth at the very top and leave millions of families behind? The answer to that is going to define all of our futures, and we'll keep digging for the truth to help you protect yours.